What's up, buddy? So today we're looking at Silent Hill and which settings looks the best for this game in DuckStation. So let's start with the default settings. And yeah, this one is an internal resolution of 1x, which is native resolution. And dithering is turned off or is set to true color. Scaling is bilinear smooth scaling. And yeah, I would say this looks pretty nice here. This is one of those games I don't want this one to look too good, or kind of want it to look all a little bit blurry and everything kind of blends in a bit better compared to if it's all nice and crispy with a good internal resolution, stuff like that. So yeah, let's start by actually making it all nice and crispy here. So let's change the internal resolution to 4K, and yeah, that definitely makes things a lot more crisper. For the geometry or the 3D models, they kinda bubbles around a bit there, or quite a lot actually. It's not the worst case there for the PlayStation 1 there, but yeah, definitely are noticeable here with a good internal resolution. However, DuckStation does support geometry correction, which will help quite a bit there. So let's try that. There we go, and yeah, that makes things a lot better here. I would say this still looks pretty nice, but what I say, as I said earlier here, I don't think this is or don't fit the game all that well. Another way we can also do this is with downsampling. So the internal resolution is still remained at a good resolution, but it's then downsampled back to the native resolution. So there we go. And yeah, I would say this looks pretty nice here. It's a bit blurry, but I would say that kind of looks pretty good for this game. We can also change the scaling there from bilinear smooth to nearest neighbor, so it's a bit more pixelated instead. Which also, I think I prefer the more blurrier look, but this might also be okay here. Let's change back to bilinear smooth. And yeah. And well, I think this is probably the setting I prefer here, or just a native resolution, but I would say this is still a step up towards the betterment. Another thing is dithering. Some games for the PlayStation 1 has a ton of it, and this is one of those games. So let's try to turn that on. So here is unscaled, and yeah, that is quite a lot there. But for this game, I would say it still works pretty well. It helps things kind of blend in a bit better, so I kind of like it, but also one of those things I'm pretty sure this is not for everybody. Let's try to turn it off again to true color. There we go. Yeah, that also looks pretty good here. But I think I prefer the dithering turned on there. There we go. You can also change it so the scaling is to nearest neighbor. And I don't think this one works as well. The dithering the dithering pattern kinda becomes a bit distracting there. Especially, let's also try to turn off the downsampling here so it's nice and crispy. But with dithering. And yeah, I would say things kind of blends in a bit better here compared to if it's turned off here. But I would say I prefer downsampling on here. And also to bilinear smooth. Oh, bilinear sharp. No, smooth. There we go. That's the one. And yeah, this is probably the setting I like the most here. This game also seems to support widescreen pretty well here. Or at least I have only seen a bit in the start here, and that looked pretty good. So let's keep these settings here for the moment and switch over to widescreen and have a look at another example here. Alright, well, here we go, and yeah, now it's all in 16:9 aspect ratio, and stuff like that can break or make it so we can see things that you may be not supposed to. But what I've seen so far, it works pretty well on the other hand. As for the dithering, yeah, this is one of those parts where it is very noticeable here. And yeah, it's maybe not for everybody, but I think I still would keep this. But let's try to also turn it off. So the dithering is turned off, and yeah, everything definitely looks a lot more cleaner here. But it's not as faithful to how it looks on the PlayStation or on original hardware. So yeah, but it's still, both of these works pretty good here. Let's switch back to the dithering. There we go, and yeah, very noticeable here. And I would say we kinda need to use also bilinear smooth scaling. If we set the nearest neighbor here, it becomes very boxy, everything. But with the smooth scaling, it is not as obvious there. Here we go. It's getting dark. Here we go, nice. And there's also some details. So for example, if we turned off the dithering here, we can see a little bit behind us, or a little bit more at least. And well, this pattern here, it was in the, or this is how it looked on the original hardware there, so this is more faithful. But yeah, I guess this will be it for this video. What did you think works the best here? Do you like all the dithering, or should that be turned off? Anyway, I hope this video was helpful, and you all stay awesome, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.